When I never felt that, come on, yeah. Never felt that, come on, yeah. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. You gotta get up.
What do I care about law? Ain't I got the power?
These are our learning goals. Going to focus on the railroad. This is obviously a video. If you need to slow it down, hit the pause. These four guys made a lot of money.
Most Chinese immigrants arrived in San Francisco, but many soon departed for the High Sierra, where they mined for gold. And it was there, when the flood of Chinese immigrants met the Transcontinental Railroad under construction, that history was made. Stalled in the Sierra Mountains and suffering an acute shortage of workers, Charles Crocker of the Central Pacific Railroad suggested hiring nearby Chinese miners. His bosses thought them too slight for heavy construction and not fit to handle blasting powder. Crocker reminded them they had built the Great Wall of China and had in fact invented gunpowder. 50 were hired with great success, and soon thousands more were enlisted.
They would be lowered over cliffs, and they would drill holes, and then they'd set the dynamite in them. And then they'd light the dynamite, and then they'd pull them up by these baskets. And they had to get out of there before the dynamite exploded.
The work was grueling, performed almost entirely by hand. With pickaxes, hammers, and crowbars, workers chipped out rail beds. Dirt and rock were carried away in baskets and carts. Tree stumps had to be rooted out, tracks laid, spikes driven, aqueducts and tunnels constructed.
At one point, the Central Pacific Railroad had 90% of its workforce composed of Chinese Americans. And so they play a large role in actually creating the economic infrastructure that ties the West to the East.
You're in a central time zone. If you heard that, that was my dog. So the whole thing's like a kickback, as Congress, they hire the company which they created and then give themselves subsidies and sell stock back at a discounted price, and then as Congress, give themselves more land. It's a slick deal if you can get away with it. Much of the land was purchased or obtained by treaty from Native Americans. Most of the treaties went something like, we get the land and you get a 20-minute head start. Another example of kickbacks and corruption. And it's sad when a railroad company makes it in the textbook simply because it was the only one that wasn't cheating. The ways railroad barons made their fortunes and how the railroads changed the national economy.